Yes, it's Monday. Global markets are worried that there could be more turmoil. The Lira so far on Monday hit a record low again against the dollar during Asian-Pacific trade. It did recover somewhat afterwards, but this follows the 20% fall last week. And as we've heard, it's lost almost half its value this year. The finance minister, Berat Albayrak, has given an interview to Hurriyet. He's talking about a new action plan to help the economy, particularly helping banks and medium-sized businesses who are particularly exposed to currency fluctuations. The government's denied reports that they're looking to seize accounts held in dollars because markets are pretty nervous about that. But the finance minister echoed a lot of the nationalist rhetoric there we've heard from President Erdogan over the weekend, describing the Lira's weakness as an attack. This, of course, follows Donald Trump's announcement that they're going to double tariffs on steel and aluminium exports. But the Turkish economy's problems go deeper than that. There's been record borrowing, high inflation, debt held by Turkish companies is enormous. The Turkish language team here at Euronews tell me that European companies are particularly exposed to that debt. And the concern is, well, how are they going to finance that debt with the currency so weak and with inflation so high? Because Erdogan simply refuses to put interest rates up.
Yeah, so is that he did use strong words, plot against Turkey, financial war, put into context. Is that what he was talking about? Well,
it seems that he's using this to crank up a nationalist feeling of the countries under threat from the US and the West. His rhetoric again over the weekend, the US is threatening us, they're undermining an old ally. And incidentally, the local media have weighed in on his side, attacking the foreign agencies, foreign news agencies, newspapers, and Donald Trump. Relations with the US have long been worsening. There are obviously over Syria. We've had the latest dispute over the US pastor, Andrew Brunson, who's held in spying charges. And yesterday, Erdogan accused the US of trying to impose a deadline for his release. But the concerns go beyond the relationship between Turkey and the US. There's concern over Erdogan's handling of the economy. Since he won the election, he's increased his presidential powers, and there are concerns that he's looking to tighten his own personal grip over the monetary policy. And his finance minister, of course, is none other than his son-in-law, which begs questions about his credibility.
And very briefly, Alistair, just that Russian foreign minister is in Ankara today, and Turkey is still part of a group who's trying to, I think, deal with Syria. So they're still part of a group.
This summit is about Syria. France and Germany are present. Yes, Sergei Lavrov is in Turkey today. But, of course, the timing of it, against the backdrop of this row with the US, there are now people saying, well, is this the beginning of a shift, Turkey's shift away from the West, perhaps looking to increase its ties with Russia? Certainly this is seen as a potential opportunity for President Putin.